What happened in Montreal's real estate market in 2024, and what do we see moving forward into 2025? Let's break that down. 2024 was a transitional year, we'll call it, for the Montreal real estate market. Actually quite positive. We had a 4% increase in median prices. We saw 21% more sales compared to 2023. However, homes took longer to sell. The average home took 57 days to sell in 2024 compared to 53 in 2023. If we compare that to 2021, 2022, homes were taking 34, 35 days to sell. So no surprise there. We're in a more balanced market, but it's very specific depending on neighborhood, area, type of home, and price range. We saw feverish activity not only here in the West Island where we trade and where I live, but also throughout the greater Montreal area, particularly in the single family and condo markets under 1.5 million. These lower price homes, and as you got lower in price, there was more buyer competition. Very low inventory, lots of buyer activity. We saw multiple offers again and homes selling over asking price. So you've got to be specific and you've got to check out different areas when you talk about what's the market like. If you were a luxury home seller and your house was priced at $3 million or above, you had a very different experience. Unlike the pandemic years when we saw luxury real estate really take off, that market really softened. Buyers seemed to be on the sidelines and being very, very cautious in what they were buying. There were still luxury homes that traded, but the prices were much more data-driven, I would say, rather than speculative. We didn't see multiple offers in those type of luxury home price ranges as we did see in the lower value ranges. So what do we predict for 2025? Well, Royal LePage does a fantastic study every quarter on the different markets around Canada. They looked at the Montreal market and they're predicting aggregate, so all the different homes combined, 6.5% increase in prices in 2025. If we look at the median price of a single family home, they're forecasting that to rise by 7.5%, and condominiums are slated to rise by 6% to hit $507,000 in 2025. So what does that mean for sellers and buyers? Well, if you're looking for a property, I would say under 1.5 million, you may be encountering some buyer competition for homes that are well priced in good locations and that present well. There are always some buying opportunities for homes that maybe have been on the market for a long time and maybe aren't marketed and presented well. But expect to compete for the good listings, meaning you may be in multiple offer situations again. So have your ducks in a row, get your mortgage pre-approval done, figure out your affordability, and be ready to act quickly if you find a property that suits your needs. On the seller side, you, again, on the other side of that coin, want to be well presented. You want to be properly marketed. You want to have great photos, great video, great marketing, and you want to price your home competitively. If you do so, you may even generate buyer competition and get a bidding war and drive the price up even higher. We have seen this throughout Q4 of 2024. So if you're in the luxury market, your strategy is probably a little bit different. You want to be definitely using data-driven approaches to pricing your home. I think it's not the right year to be speculative. Those homes are just sitting there. And there's a lot of inventory, especially in our market out here in the West Island at 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 million that's really just been sitting there for months, no activity. And it's because those prices are just too high. They're speculative prices, what we would have seen maybe back during the pandemic, and that might have worked. But right now, I think buyers are not willing to overpay. So if you want to get your home sold and you're in that luxury space, maybe address your pricing, and of course, marketing and presentation is even more important in that luxury space. You want to be able to sell the lifestyle of what it means to move up to a luxury type home. So again, recap. Buyers, you might want to move sooner than later. I think we're going to see the market appreciate and get stronger throughout 2025. So I probably wouldn't wait on the sidelines for prices to come down. Just don't see that happening. We're looking at prices appreciating, so sooner the better. And right now is a great time. There's probably a little bit less competition. Sellers, Again, I think it's a great time to be on the market right now because there is very little competition for other listings. There's not that much inventory out there right now, but as you get into the spring and summer months, there'll be a lot more listings. So there'll be a lot more homes on the market, a lot more choice for buyers. So to get in there now, and there are some very serious buyers out already. We're only in mid-January, but there are serious buyers out there. So if your plan is to move early summer, now might be a great time to list. If your plan is only to move late summer or fall, then you might want to wait for the typical spring market and put your home on the market maybe in March, April, or May. So again, if you've got any questions about your specific price range, your specific neighborhood, feel free to reach out. We'd be happy to give you a strategy consultation about how you can win in 2025 if you're a buyer or a seller. So as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next quarter.